ladies and gentlemen, we should officially be live on this live stream. This is a video for some of you watching, rewatching this one in the future. And let me see, wait a minute. Perfect, my audio's good. That's what matters. Ladies and gentlemen, on the stream, this is going to be a very, very different stream that you ever seen. And for a lot of you around the world, thank you everybody for tuning in. You guys are amazing for tuning in. Thank you everybody around the world. If you're living in Germany, if you're living in Switzerland, if you're living in America, wherever you're living and you're watching this stream or you're rewatching this video, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this stream and video. Ladies and gentlemen, on this video, before we talk about anything, we're going to pour a little bit of whiskey. And yes, we have a book of whiskey. We also have Cigar Aficionado over here on the side, Cigar Aficionado right here on the side. And for all of you that do not know, these are things that are luxury items for a lot of us around the world. So before I start the stream, I'm going to tell you exactly what the stream is about for all of you watching. You guys already know the title on this stream is officially Why a Rolex Watch is Not Worth Your Money. Also, we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to do an unboxing on this stream. And for some of you, we're going to also be drinking a little bit of whiskey while we do that. So for the meantime, let's do this amazing, amazing thing. And let's pour a little bit of ice in our glass. Here we go. Let's pour a little ice. Let's pour a little bit. Here we go. Just a little bit of ice. Boom. Just a little bit. It's a little bit hot out here. And for all of you watching, Ripper Cool, you know what time it is. We're number one. Yes, we're number one. Don't forget to also subscribe up here, down below, up here. Don't forget to hit that like button for the stream. And for all of you watching around the world, let's pour a little bit of whiskey. I had the option to actually use Scotch, Irish whiskey, or American whiskey, and I chose to use a beautiful array of our two favorite whiskeys here in the USA. One is Buffalo Trace, a bourbon, and Weller Special Reserve, which is another bourbon. What am I going to drink right now? Before I talk about this, we might do, let's see, what we're going to do. We might do over here, let me see, what could we do? We can start off with Buffalo Trace on the stream. Let's do that. For all of you, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's put this over here. And let's place this in the back, and then we're going to start this stream. For all of you watching around the world, let me see if I have something here. I think that goes in the bottom. I don't think that was there before. Let me see. I don't think that was there before. I think that was under my glass. Yes, it was. It was under my glass. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, also I'm going to tell you, for all of you that love whiskey, this is a great whiskey channel for a lot of you. If you're first into whiskey, it's your first time watching a live stream or watching a video, we have a lot of video. We have a community that's growing. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. For all of you watching, let's drink this up. And for all of you watch connoisseurs, all of you that love horology, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm wearing something that a lot of people love to talk about. A lot of people ask me all the time about this watch. And most of the people that ask me usually have watches. What is something you like at the end of the day? What is a watch you like? Do you wear watches? Do you not wear watches? If you're watching this stream, you probably do like watches. And for all of you, here we go. Let's drink this up for all of you. Cheers, cheers, cheers to the chat room. Cheers to everybody in the future that's going to be watching this stream. And cheers for all of you. Hit that like button if you have it. You guys are amazing. Let's drink this up. And it's so good. Real nice. Again, if you ever buy these, boom, get a store pick if you haven't. Let's place this over here on the side. Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. Yes, before I even say anything, the book is beautiful. Beautiful book. Amazing array of book. If you like luxury, get yourself good whiskey. You have a lot of books out there that are really amazing. And you guys are probably like, why am I showing you this? Look at how beautiful this is. The reason why I'm showing you this is exactly this. If we see this book over here, this is going to give you an example of what we're going to talk about with Rolex. Okay, on this book that you see on this page that you see here, and I think you could probably see Buffalo Trace over here. Let me put the Buffalo Trace in the screen so that you guys can see, okay? You can see the Buffalo Trace, you see the Scotch, and you see a lot of these whiskeys. Now, when it comes to watches, it's almost the same concept. Whenever you buy a watch, you want to identify yourself as maybe you like bourbon whiskey. You identify yourself as maybe an American that loves bourbon whiskey. You're an American that loves Scotch. You buy a lot of Scotch. You have a huge collection. Also, there's a lot of people that love Irish whiskey over here that we have over here. Now, this book gave me an idea of what I'm doing on the stream. And for all of you, we're going to be talking about watches, mainly Rolex. We're going to mainly talk about Rolexes. And on the stream, also, I will say, if you haven't already checked out any of these whiskeys, check out these whiskeys. These whiskeys are great. And if you want some more content, tune into this stream that we do on a daily basis. We do a stream every day, and we cook every day, and I talk about a little bit of the whiskey I'm drinking. But for all of you watching, we're going to talk more about whiskey now. There's different ways to drink them, yes? There's different ways to drink them. That's actually where I come across actually showing you this. In America, we don't usually drink our bourbon whiskey with ice. And that goes along with the same phrase that I'm about to say. Not everybody here in America likes Rolex. I'm going to say Rolex. Not everybody out here likes Rolex. There's people out here that don't want to buy Rolex because it's too snobby. There's people out here that don't want to buy the line of Rolex when it comes to watches, luxury watches, because they lose money. And I can say for both of them, for anybody that dislikes or loves Rolex, everybody has a point at a certain way. Let's drink this up. Now, when it comes to my channel, I tell you what it is. And officially, I'm going to tell you why a Rolex watch is not worth your money. We're living in the year 2024. Where every stock literally right now is skyrocketing to the moon. You have cryptocurrencies that are skyrocketing to the moon. If you're an American and you're invested in the stock market, you should have a good return on investment at the end of 2025 or even right now to this day. Today is officially, I believe it's October 11th, or it could be the 10th. The point of the matter is, I will tell you this. When people buy Rolex, they buy it for a reason. And most of the time, they buy it because they don't want to lose their value. The money that they put in, they don't want to lose any dollar bill that they put into the Rolex. That is one main reason why people buy Rolex, because they attribute any Rolex watch to be holding the value over the time span that they have it. There's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of cheapos like that too. I'm going to say it doesn't mean when a guy has a Rolex, it doesn't mean that the man is filthy rich. It could be a cheapo that doesn't want to lose money in his investment on a watch, so he buys a Rolex initially knowing in fact that he's not going to lose money. He thinks he's not going to lose money, when in fact the reason why you shouldn't be doing that is because nowadays you could put a lot of money in the stock market. You could also put money in cryptocurrency. There's different ways for you right now, to this day, right now, that you can get a great value for maybe 20,000, 15,000. You don't automatically always want to do it on Rolex or a watch in general. But the point of the matter is, we're talking about Rolex on the stream, and I'm going to tell you exactly why you shouldn't. So that's one way of you avoiding any of those negatives. Just put your money, if you're in America, put your money in the stock market. If you don't live in America, there's other ways you could do it. I don't know where you guys live. You guys might be living in maybe Australia. Maybe you're living in Germany. Maybe you're living in Italy, maybe you're living in Europe, somewhere in Europe. At the end of the day, what is it that most Europeans like? Most Europeans like money, okay? I think everybody in the world likes money. Everybody in the world loves money. But at the end of the day, you gotta spend money to buy Rolex. Yes, you gotta spend money to buy Rolex. So why is it that people buy Rolex? It's not only because of the price and the luxury. There's a lot of good watches that look beautiful. But there's another reason why people tend to buy a Rolex, and that is for status, huge status. A lot of people want status. There's people that have no egos, people that have not. Let me retract by saying no egos. A lot of people that have egos, huge egos, buy Rolex because they think that just because of a watch is right in front of you, they're going to get more. They're going to get more leeway in their conversation. They're going to be able to dominate any room that's filled with maybe businessmen just by the watch. And sometimes it's all in the mental. It's all in the mind. Okay, it's all in the mind. Really, it's all in the mind. But it does secure a lot of people's mindsets when they do get a Rolex, and it gets them a little bit more confident and secure, knowing in fact that they have a watch that somebody else might not have. And at the end of the day, that's how certain men are. Certain men are like that. Women are also like that, but with purses and shoes, women are like that very much so, just like men. But not every man is the same. And at the end of the day, let's drink us up. By the way, on the stream, I'm going to be opening up. I'll be unboxing. We're going to be unboxing a watch. Okay, we're going to be talking about this watch, and we're also going to talk about why I didn't buy Rolex. Let's go back to that. Rolex. Is that something you should buy? I could tell everybody right now that shouldn't be a company you should be investing in right now, unless you really are a real fanboy to Rolex. Now, let me give you a story that really deterred me from this company. I'm going to say the company, I've gone through Omegas before. I've gone through Breitlings before. And I know I've lost by reselling, and no big deal. Omega didn't lose a lot, long time ago. Didn't lose a lot. Breitling lost a little bit. I think I lost like $1,500 by reselling it, no big deal. And at the end of the day, I do have a Rolex, just upstairs, and I don't want to even show it on the screen. That's how bad I am so deterred from Rolex. First time I went into Rolex was a long time ago. They treated me pretty good. Long time ago. I think I went a couple times to Rolex. The dealers, they treated me pretty good. Long time ago. This was before all the prices of the Rolexes went up and beyond. Really good, okay? And also, we'll say this. Recently, ever since 2020, it's been a little bit of an issue when it comes to watches, buying watches, and also finding the watch that you want. Something that Rolex has been doing in the last decade or so, they have been changing up the concept of making their watches a little bit more available. They've been subtracting that feeling of, how can I say, getting like a brand new watch. They've been taking away that feeling of, you can buy whatever watch you want. How can I say this? Rolex in the new era that we're living in, they're revolving their whole marketing around only telling the clients that you can only get certain Rolexes per year and you have to wait. And what they're doing is they're creating a list, which there is a list supposedly in certain dealerships, which is worldwide. It could be a worldwide thing. I do know here in the USA, it's a thing that's been happening in the last, I believe, close to like 6 years, around there, about 6 years. It really skyrocketed after 2020, that real issue. It's a big issue. I can't officially go to the AD right now. AD would be, what that means to AD, authorized dealer. I wouldn't be able to go to an authorized dealer and be like, you know what, I want I want a Daytona, I want a Daytona, I want it all gold, can't do that. Or I go to, a regular, a different authorized dealer that's maybe in the mall, like Mayors or something. You can't go over there and be like, you know what, today I want to buy myself some kind of GMT. What do you guys have? We have these GMTs that say, but they're not on sale. And at the end of the day, is that really something you want? Do you want a company that's really going to be lying to you? If you guys don't understand that Rolex is a very huge brand in the watch market. It's top five. And there's a reason why it's top five, and there's a reason also why I have Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is another company that's doing almost the same thing that Rolex does. And if you guys don't know about Buffalo Trace, well, there's a lot of Buffalo Trace products that certain states can't get in the USA, just like this one. Weller, there's a lot of people that can't get Weller. And the same thing goes with Buffalo Trace. This is a very hated company. A lot of people hate this company because of what they do. And what they do is they don't allow every store to get these products. They allow certain stores here in the USA to get these products, and if the stores do have them, they usually boost it up to the crazy price. Just like this one. This is a Weller, and at the end of the day, they boost these prices really insane. So who got the marketing scheme first right? Was it Buffalo Trace? Was it Sazerac? Which Sazerac, the Sazerac company, basically is the company that owns Buffalo Trace? Or did Rolex get it? At the end of the day, is it Rolex that really did this? Or is it Buffalo Trace? There's always going to be a scheme out there. There's always going to be a gimmick out there that somebody starts. There's always going to be a trend that somebody starts, and then it just keeps on flowing. Like a domino effect, you know what I mean? And it does happen in the markets. It doesn't matter what kind of market, what kind of business you're in. Every business has a little bit of a scheme. Back in the days, there was the Pet Rock. The Pet Rock was it was a very smart move to sell a rock and make it aimed towards kids for them to buy. Also, Tamagotchis back in the days were a great scheme too. I'm going to say a scheme because it turned into a trend, and that was back when nobody had social media. Now everybody has social media. What else happened back in the days? Back in the days, we had things called Pogs. Pogs in the USA went worldwide. Pokemon cards went worldwide. You name it. There's a lot of things. I think the biggest thing in the USA that went worldwide, that really hit a trend, I think you could say maybe video games. Video games back in the days when that released, all those video game Nintendos and everything, and that was a huge thing. But that's technology that we can say. It can't be a scheme, right? Can't be a scheme. Nintendo nowadays, they don't put the price below $60. They keep the price above, and they never lower the prices on their Nintendo top sellers. And that is in the year 2024. Yes, we're in the year 2024, and they're still using that method. So what can we say about Rolex right now? Can we say that it's the watch that you shouldn't get? Can we say that some of you should definitely try to buy it? Or can we say officially that Rolex, you know what, their whole scheme is not going to be good for them? Or can we say that yes, Rolex is literally not the watch that you want to be buying because it's not worth it? I'm going to say that every negative that I can say for Rolex, I can say right now. Let me tell you a real quick story. Let me drink this up. So how I got to this point, we have a box that we're going to open up right here, a brand new watch. How I got to this point. At the end of the day, I'm a pretty attractive guy. I don't need to wear a watch to get a woman. I don't need to have a watch to get a wife. I don't need to have a watch to get friends. I don't need to have a watch to get accepted into one of my business adventures. I don't need a watch to get into certain clubs here in Miami, in South Beach. Yes, I live in the home of all the good-looking people. Yes, there's competition out here, and most of the time, men, what they use out here is they use cars, houses, money, and they also use watches to boost system up a little bit. And is that something that everybody needs? At the end of the day, is that really something that everybody needs? Let me tell you something, okay? So this weekend, last week, I had some money in my pocket that I wanted to buy a watch. Now, last week, I don't know if you guys had seen some of my posts. I posted up a Rolex, a GMT Rolex that is discontinued. And that discontinued Rolex was from, I believe, the year 2016. Beautiful two-tone Rolex GMT. And at the end of the day, I had the opportunity to buy right there. Now, this is not an authorized dealer. This is a reseller, which this guy, he's a good guy. He's a great guy. He has a lot of watches to sell, and you can always get a Rolex if you want to with people like that. Now, there's an issue when it comes to that. The issue is, yes, there was a box. It was full package. It wasn't a naked watch. A naked watch is a watch that doesn't have box and papers. So everything was there. You had the box, and you had the papers, which is a little ticket. Now, I'm going to say this. There's a reason why I didn't get it, okay? Reason why I didn't get it. The reason why is because at the end of the day, I want to be able to get more watches. If I want to get Rolex, I want to be able to get more watches and stay on the Rolex line. I want to get a whole collection of Rolexes down the line if I want to repurchase a different watch. So if I buy from my dude, the guy that has the old beautiful Rolexes, you lose a little bit of something, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. Your value. Now, the watch at the time was $13,500 for a two-tone GMT. It was a beautiful, beautiful watch. And you guys, it kind of looks like this, but it's a two-tone. You guys know what it is. And it was an oyster. I'm going to tell you what an oyster is. Oyster is kind of like this. It's not like this, but it's kind of it's not a Jubilee. Jubilee has a different bracelet. So it was an oyster GMT, beautiful 13.5, and I was trying to get it down to at least 12.5. But that's not the point. The point is, when I'm putting thousands of dollars on a watch, I want to know that this guy can get me any watch I want to, and he doesn't have the authority to get any watch I want to, unless somebody trades in a Rolex, and then I could get that Rolex if I have the money at the time. Maybe it's 20-some thousand at the time he gets it, and I just put it down. So that's a little risky play, because I'm putting money on a Rolex that I like, but that Rolex that I'm buying is not going to secure me onto that Rolex, I can say Rolex list. And if I can say Rolex list, we're going to say it like this, Rolex list, because there's a list, right? Yes, there is, apparently, but that's a scheme that they're using, and it's working very well. Why is it working well? If the whiskey market is doing that, the Rolex company is doing the same thing, and it's working out for them. This is the one distillery that is the biggest distillery, the most sales throughout the year, and at the end of the day, it's a top distillery because of what they're doing. And this is where the Pappy Van Winkle come from them. And a lot of bottles that you guys see come from them. And if I wanted to show you, well, at the end of the day, if I wanted to show you and I drop my bottle out here, my George C. Stagg, what's going to happen? Am I going to lose my money? Of course I'm going to lose my money. If I drop a watch, am I going to lose money? No, it just gets scratched. So we have, it's almost the same in a way. There's almost a thing that you can lose money, You understand? There's a thing there. But when it comes to Rolex, finally, here's a story, what got me to do this live stream. I went finally to the store again. And the store that I went to, this is going to be the second authorized dealer for Rolex in a span of a year. The first authorized dealer that I went to, they didn't treat me good at all. And I left. They didn't treat me good at all. And they said, over there, you can ask them for help when she was available. They treated me pretty bad. Basil, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Ripper cool, you know what time it is. We're number one. That was my recent experience in a year. And for all the people on YouTube that love horology, you understand horology can only go horology is beautiful. Having watches is a beautiful, or piece in your watch is a beautiful thing. Remember, you have a personality. You pick whatever watch you want in the world. That's what it is. But when I went to this Rolex authorized dealer, it was about a year ago. I think it was even last summer. I got treated pretty bad. Like if the employee needed to go to her lunch break, the other guy didn't want to help me out as if he was waiting for a client. And at the end of the day, if there was a different store that wasn't Rolex, at the end of the day, would they treat you like that? At the end of the day, they kind of treated me the first day that I went last year. Well, the first time in a year, they treated me like if I went to a car dealer. And I think when you're buying a watch, it shouldn't be like a car salesman trying to sell you something. It shouldn't be like that he wants to avoid you or he doesn't want to avoid you. This shouldn't be like that, but it is like that with Rolex. That was last year. Now, recently, why are we doing a live stream today? And why I'm telling you, officially on the stream, yes, officially on the stream, why a Rolex watch is not worth your money? Because I went last week, and I went to a different place. And the other place that I went to was a real place that everybody knows. It's a place called Mayors. Mayors here in Miami. I went to a place called Mayors, yes. I didn't go to one of those places that you guys see on YouTube, that the guy has all the watches. He's an authorized dealer. No, I didn't. Why did I not do that? Because it's pointless for me to do that. If I do that, I destroy the fact that, you know what, I'm just going to another guy that just, you know what, that guy is, what he's doing is, there's a lot of clients that he has. I want to be on the Rolex radar. I don't want to be under a certain store radar with a guy that sells. You understand what I mean? It's a little bit different. A boutique is a little bit different from Mayors, I can say. So I went to Mayors. And when I went to Mayors, they treated me nice at the beginning. The lady said, "How's it going, sir? How can I help you today?" And the first thing I said was, "I'm here to buy a watch." I had money in my pocket. I wanted to buy the watch cash. But at the end of the day, you know what? At the end of the day, if they have the watch that I want to buy cash, do I want to put it on my credit card? Well, officially, I don't really care about credit right now. I just want the watch. That's what it is. So she says, "Sure, what watch would you like?" We have Omega. We have Cartier, and we have Breitling, and we also have, she said, we also have Rolex. This is the Rolex area that you're walking into. Mind you, this is a place here in Miami that literally you'll walk in, and the first thing you see is a big Rolex. It's all beautiful. It's beautiful. You got the security guard there that he's dressed like if he's in the UFC. Over here, $5 super chat from Baby Sanjmo. He says, "Reaper cool, we're number one. We out here, Reaper Joe Waters. How about them Redskins, Joe Waters?" Baby Sanjmo, thank you so much for the super chat. For all of you watching, don't forget there's a live stream. If you're rewatching this one, you can see in the chat room the people talking and all the people that are subscribed. So I went in there, and everything was nice. I could literally eat from the floor. The floor was so clean, marble floor, beautiful. Everything's beautiful. That's what I like. I like everything nice, beautiful, and perfect. So she tells me, and then I tell her, well, I want to get a Rolex, and there's a GMT Rolex that I want to buy. I would like to see if you can sell me one because I have the funds right now to buy it, and I really want that watch. So she says, "Sure, no problem." So the audacity of what she did was pretty disgusting, but I'm not going to say anything. I didn't want to say anything. So I go by, and I see a watch on display, and I go, "Look, you have something like this? I'll take that one if it's." She goes, No, sir, let me go show you." And she's taking me to a different place, which is it's out of Rolex. It's on the side where the Omegas and the Breitlings are. It's on the side where the Cartiers are. And it's out of that Rolex area. I almost felt like she was moving me out of the way. There was nobody there, mind you. It was a little bit of a wake-up call right there. And then she showed me, she goes, "These are the watches. Any here do you want?" So I go to her Oh, these are available. So there was a row of watches. You had the Explorer 2, you had the Air King, you had some GMTs, you had a Pepsi, you had a Batman. They had a Batman there, beautiful Batman. And if you guys don't know, Rolexes, they go by when there's certain colors, they go by names. Batman is the color of the bezel, and there's certain ones like there's certain ones like what is it? The Kermit. I think no, the Starbucks has a certain color, and there's other ones like the root beer. Certain color. They had a root beer there too. Everything. They had everything, and this was the authorized dealer. So she goes, "I'll be right back, sir. But these are the ones you want, right?" I go, "Yes, but I'm just looking for a different one. One that's it's a darker face, and it's a two-tone. It should be around so and so." She goes, "Perfect. I'll get you some help. Let me drink this up." So next thing you know, an older man comes to me, and I'm not going to say his name, but he seemed to me like, just by the way he was looking at me, he seemed to me that he was bothered. Just by the way he was looking at me, he seemed bothered. He didn't seem like he was going to take his, but he seemed bothered. And he goes to me, "How can I help you? What would you like?" I go, "Okay, so I'm looking for a certain GMT. I want to see if you could get it." I show him the picture, and he goes, "We don't have it." Like, just like that. He just like that. He doesn't tell me a way to get it. He doesn't tell me how I can get it. He doesn't tell me anything. He said, "We don't have that." Like that. I go, "That's no problem. There's a watch here. I want to see the Batman here. If you could tell me the price on this one." She goes, "Oh, just so you know." He goes, he says this. He goes, "Oh, just so you know, what the watches you're seeing right now are pre-owned." I go, "What do you mean they're pre-owned?" I asked the lady to show me where the Rolex. She goes, "We don't have any new Rolexes here." I go, "Wait." I told him, Wait a minute. She just treated me at the door like she was going to take me to all the Rolex section, and I saw you guys took me out of the Rolex, basically the Rolex store, or maybe, I don't know, that's a waiting section. You guys took me out of that area over there. I really like. Now over here, I'm in carpet. Over there, there's no carpet over there. It's marble, and it's a different feel. And there's watches over there. Can you explain to me why I'm here looking at pre-owned watches when I came inside the store and I told her that I really wanted a brand new watch?" He goes to me sarcastically. He says, "Well, this is all we have. We don't have any new ones, sir." And he goes, "Would you like me to give you the price on any of these?" I go, "The Air King looks really nice." He goes, "Okay, sir, let me just take it out." I go, "Wait a minute, time out." I go, "Wait, do you have any new Air Kings?" He goes, "No, sir, we have no new watches." I go, "You do have new watches. They're in the other side. I see them all." He goes, "No, sir, those are exhibition." I go, "What do you mean they're exhibition?" All of the watches you have about, mind you, I just came out of the Rolex store next door. I go to him, I go, "You have about 55 Rolexes on the other side. I can buy one of them right now. I have the cash in my pocket. Reason why I'm here is because I want to put myself in the spotlight of Rolex so that when I do buy this watch, I have a little bit more of a, how can I say, I have more of a history with you guys in the Rolex store so that when I want to buy another Rolex, you guys know that I bought a Rolex from you guys. So this is why I'm here, and this is why I have cash, and this is why I literally want a brand new watch. I do not want a pre-owned watch." So he says again, "Sir, this is all I have." I go, "I know, I heard that. You said that already. But explain to me, why is there a guy on the other side? You have a guy over there on the other side sitting down right over there in the waiting section, and the guy looks like he's about to buy a Rolex. You're telling me you don't have no Rolexes here when there's 50 Rolexes in another store and literally the other side, and like, this is what is a Cartier? Cartiers are beautiful. They're right in the back of me. That's not what I want. I came into the store not wanting an Omega. I didn't come into the store wanting Breitling. I didn't come into the store to want anything but a brand. Like, you know, when you go into to get a brand new car, you go get a brand new car. You don't go buying a pre-owned car. I'm here to buy a brand new watch, and you have a bunch of watches over there. Can you explain to me what the heck is going on?" I got a little bit weird there. He says, "Sir, Let me explain to you something. He gives me his card. When he took out his card, that's when I knew there was something going on, and he's just gonna blow me off. For all of you watching, please, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button if you like this story. Hit that like button. This is a story from last week. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We're gonna do the unboxing now. Devil Diver, great to see Devil Diver with a $10 super chat. Shout out to Devil Diver for all of you watching. I'm gonna say this for all of you watching in the chat room. You can see in the chat room all the support that I'm getting, and you know what? For all of you watching, these are streams that I thought of doing the other day because after what happened over here, Devil Diver, he says, let's face it, those salespeople are lucky they have a Rolex. Otherwise, they would be applying for McDonald's. Yes, yes. Some of those salesmen are very lucky that they're working at a certain place and that they are doing what they're doing. But this man was a man that he was basically, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Shout out to Devil Diver. This is a place that was actually a public place. It wasn't a hidden boutique. It wasn't a hidden store. It wasn't a place that you can't find. It's a place that you could type in on Google and you could find it in the mall. I went to Mayors knowing in fact that, you know what, I was probably going to get a new watch. That is the thought process when you're going to buy a brand new car. There's a thought process of when you're trying to find a whiskey. There's a thought process of you buying literally anything in America except Rolex. And there's a reason why you shouldn't be buying Rolex, and I'm telling you my experience. So he gives me the card. Devil Diver, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. He gives me the card. And right when I got the card, I just grabbed it. I had a feeling he was just going to brush me off, pat me on the back, and say, if you need anything, let me know, call me up, and I'll be around the corner. Thank you so much for showing up. That's what I felt like he was going to say. But before anything, I grabbed the card and I held him, and I said, I want to let you know, I know what's happening, and this is completely wrong. He says to me, do you want to know what it is? I go, I think I have an idea, but you can just tell me. Just clue me in if you think you know what I think I'm thinking. And at the end of the day, what I was thinking is exactly maybe what he was going to tell me. And the scheme was this. What he's ended up saying to me was, so, I have a list of at least 500 people. That's what he said. I have a list of at least 500 people. In that list of at least 500 people, there's people that have bought watches from me before. There's people that have bought watches from everybody here before. And I go, perfect. I'm going to be another one, yes? I have the money in my pocket. Let's get down to business. Give me the watch that the guy over there is trying to get. Give me the watch that you just got last week that you can't sell. Give me the watch that you have in there. I need a watch. I want a watch, and I want it right now. He says, this is where he grabbed me in the shoulder, and he says, it was almost as if. By the way, Jason Kane, thank you so much, Jason Kane. Thank you so much. Jason Kane says, with a $10 super chat, what up, Reaper Crew? Reaper, tell your story, tell your story. Yes, yes, thank you so much, Jason Kane, for the $10. So then he held me, and I knew he was going to talk down to me at this point. And at this point, it's already bad enough that they took me out of the Rolex store to take me to the pre-owned when I wanted a new watch. It was already bad enough that they put another salesman on me when I knew, in fact, I already knew what I wanted. It was already bad enough that the guy was going to give me the card and just say, sayonara, sucker. It was bad enough already, all of that. To put it quite frankly, he held me on my shoulder and he said, out of all those 500 people, do you think you're going to be able to get one of those watches when I just told you that story? Of those people that had previously bought from us, you're a new guy that just walked in here. There's all other authorized dealers that you can go to. Maybe you can find somebody out there that has a smaller list. Maybe there's some authorized dealer out there that has 100 people on the list or 200. In this store is in the mall. This store is in the mall. I cannot guarantee you at all. You have almost, I can say, a 10% chance. He said something like that. He says, you have almost no chance to get a brand new watch. For the amount of people and the amount of demand that I have for watches, doesn't matter what kind of watch you want, you're probably not going to be able to get it. This is why I think they brought you to the pre-owned section, because I have a feeling that the girl over there probably didn't want you to be discouraged. And I told him, I go, So can you tell me how many watches? I'm looking to get a GMT. He says we're only getting certain GMTs out of the 500 people that come in here. We get about maybe 5 of them per year in this store. 5 of them per year in this store. When I go to him, this is where you're wrong. I go, you have to produce more. There has to be a production of more watches that have to come into the store. If you don't get the amount of watches you get into this store will not be running in this mall because this mall officially is very expensive. I do know Rolex has a huge amount of money. I do know that. Omega, Cartier, and Breitling, and yes, Mayors, yes, I understand. You guys have a great location here, but there's no possible way. You can only get five watches of what I'm looking for, GMTs, per year, and there's only 5 people in that 500 list that can get them. There's no possible way. You have to at least get more than 100, more than 200. There's no way. You know how many colors there are on the GMTs? He goes, yes, I do know. I understand. But I'm just giving you the card because I want to let you know I don't want to waste your time, he says. And that's how it is. If you want to be on the list, you have to buy a watch. I can get you on the list. Give me your number. Give me your information. Write down everything you need. Give me your card. Give me your ID. And we could, not the card, the ID. He goes, give me your ID. We'll go over there. We'll put you in the system. And right when there's a watch that comes in, I'll call you up. You're telling me. I go to him. Mind you, he stopped holding me on the shoulder. I go, so you're telling me for me to be part of this group, because this is what you're placing me in, basically in a category. You're saying to me right now, an American, that I'm paying, I'm paying stuff when I want them, I pay them right there, boom. You're telling me that I can't buy a watch here because I'm not part of the group. He goes, I didn't say that. He says, I can get you on the list for a watch that you might want. And when he said that, I said, you know what? I said, I'm gonna, if I need anything, I'll call you up. I go, just one last thing. I go, one last thing to him. If you know that I just walked in with money, I have money here. You know that I was only gonna buy one watch. If the lady would have known that I was looking into buying 5 watches or 4 watches, and I had showed maybe 100,000 in front of you, would you guys have treated me any differently? I think so. I told him. He didn't say anything. I said, I think so. I think if I would have had $100,000 in front of you, and if I would have been a celebrity, or if I would have been a person that literally you guys know, I think you guys would have treated me a little bit differently. And I told him, I go, this is my second experience in the 1 year that I've been into authorized dealers, and I want to let you know that I'm going to get your card, but I'm just going to let you know I might do a YouTube stream about this, and I just want to let you know that I might put this on YouTube. My experience with mayors and my experience, and I'm not going to put the store, I'm not going to say your name, but I want to explain to everybody around the world why they shouldn't buy Rolex in the market that we're in, with Donald Trump in office, with the stock market going up, with literally every stock in America going up to the moon, with cryptocurrency flying, with all of these things that we have now here in America that we can literally put an investment into something else. I was only here to buy a watch. I wasn't here to buy an investment. I was here to buy a watch to wear because I like Rolex, and I just walked out of the store. And guess what? That store made me realize that, you know what? I should be talking about stuff that I like. And on the stream, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of something I really like, because at the end of the day, I can buy an Omega if I want to, but the Omega that I wanted is not what I wanted. They didn't have the blue face Omega. And at the end of the day, if I buy an Omega, what does it matter? I'm not going to be on that Rolex list, right? I'm not going to be on that Rolex list. So what does it matter if I get the brand new blue face Rolex? Omega, blue face Omega, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I want a Speedy. It doesn't matter if I end up getting anything from Cartier. It doesn't matter if I end up getting anything from that Breitling stand that everything's brand new. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, whatever I get in that store is not going to go to Rolex. That's what he says. That's basically what he says. So guess what? I went with my gut and I said, you know what? I can get an Omega again. I had an Omega before, and a long time ago. I love the Omega. I got rid of it. I was thinking about getting an Omega again, but it was going to be pre-owned. If I buy a pre-owned, what's the point? I wanted to get a new watch. So on this stream, I have a new watch right here, and this is a watch that I like. The reason why you shouldn't be investing in Rolex is because at the end of the day, you have to find somebody to buy your watch. At the end of the day, let me just show you my watch real quick. If I want to resell this one, I would never resell it. Okay, this is a watch I would never resell. I like this watch. When I buy watches, I don't resell them. If I wanted to buy that Rolex, I wouldn't have been able to get it down and mean to resell a watch. This is straight up simple. I wasn't ever planning on reselling the watch that I was going to get from him. It was going to be a watch that I wanted to add to my collection. So why is it that I wear watches like this that are nice? It's because they fit good on my hand. I like it. They keep time. And at the end of the day, that's when I like watches. I like horology because every watch is different. And the reason why I wear this watch is because at the end of the day, this to me is something Oldest does. It does the same thing that Rolex does, okay? Rolex, what they do is it tells time. This watch, what does it do? It tells time. The watch that I have here, what does it do? It tells time. When I'm wearing a watch, I know in fact that it has to tell time. And that's why I want a watch. That's why I wear a watch. That's why I wear a watch on a daily basis. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to do an unboxing on here. Before I do an unboxing, I just want to say for all of you that are tuning in, thank you everybody for being here, being a part of this stream. And I'm going to be pouring a little bit more of this whiskey. Let me pour a little bit of something before I open this box. This is an unboxing for all of you. It's going to be a new watch. And I just want to tell you why I bought that watch. We're going to talk about it now. But before anything, let me drink this. And also, I'm gonna put a little bit of whiskey in my glass before we do this. Now officially, I'm gonna say that I'm probably gonna put a little bit of ice on here. Let me drink this up. Cheers, all of you. Cheers, all of you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Thank you, everybody, for listening to my story. But I'm going to tell you exactly why I decided to buy the watch that I'm about to show you. Let me drink this up. I need a little bit of ice. It's a little bit hot out here. So let me put a little bit of ice in here. There we go. Put a little bit of ice. Let me explain to you on this stream. Let me explain to you exactly why Rolex deterred me and why it's not worth the money. At the end of the day, if you guys are into flipping Rolexes, that's all you. I'm not into flipping Rolexes. I'm into wearing watches. I'm wearing watches. That's what I like doing. I like wearing watches. Let's drink some. Okay. So here we go. We're going to unbox this right now. I'm going to put my watch aside. I do get a lot of compliments on this watch, and I have a different watch also. I have a different watch that is metal, gunmetal. It's almost as beautiful as this one. But the point of the matter is, we're going to put this aside, and we're going to unbox this one, okay? This is a brand new watch. Now, before I even talk about this watch, I'm going to tell you the reason why I bought this watch. The reason why I bought this watch is because it made me feel, what's the word that I can say? This watch made me feel a little bit more in tune with what I like. This watch made me feel positive. This watch made me feel unique. This watch made me feel like, you know what? You don't need a Rolex. This watch made me feel different. Not only did this watch make me feel different, but this watch is a watch that I bought because of Rolex. If it wasn't for what happened at the store Rolex, I wouldn't have bought this watch. As a matter of fact, I probably would have had a Rolex on if it wouldn't have been the way that it did. And the point of the matter is, I did save a lot of money by not buying a Rolex. And maybe that's a positive thing at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you do have to find somebody. When you're selling a watch, you have to find a buyer. If you don't find a buyer, you can give it to a guy, like a dealer, that can resell it to you, or you could sell it to a dealer and he's going to chop the price a little bit, but you're going to get the money. Usually that's how it is. And at the end of the day, you're going to lose money, obviously, especially if it's pre-owned. You're ready to use it. So the point of the matter is, I'm not looking to resell any of my watches. But anyways, that was a positive story that I told you guys about Rolex's store. And now we're going to do an unboxing. So on this unboxing, let me just start by saying, this is a very unique watch. There's no watch in the world that's like this. This is the only watch in the world like this. And I can say one thing that got me into this. What got me into this is that this company broke away. This company broke away from the other company that it was under. This is a solo company as of 2020, I believe it's 2021 or 2020. They went completely. You could go to the website. You could go check out on the website everything. I bought this cash. I'm going to be wearing this for the rest of my life. This is something that I like, just like all my watches. I don't sell them, except a long time ago that I told you the story about the Omega. And obviously the Breitling, but that's a different time. That was in 2000. That was in 2000, 2006, 2009, around there. That was a different time. We're living in the American dream. That's what we're living in right now. So for all of you, please do me a favor, hit that like button if you haven't already. And also up here, you can hit that three little dots, hit that like button. And also over here in the corner, subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to be cooking on the barbecue very soon, okay? The one thing that this is different than Rolex is it has electrostatic. Yes, electrostatic that powers this. It's a very, very head turner. It's a head turner to the point that people are going to think that this watch, what is this watch? Not only is it a head turner, this watch, again, like I did say, it's a company that broke away from the other company that it was under. So again, I'm going to say that again. For all of you watching, I want to explain to you, this is an expensive watch for a normal person. For a normal person, it's a watch that a lot of you might not want to look at, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what watch you buy. If you like a watch, you buy the watch. If you like Breitling, you buy Breitling. If you like Cartier, you buy Cartier. If you like Omegas, just keep on buying those Omegas. Most of them all look the same, but they're all good. They're all really good. You can find a good used speedy, nice little speedy for $2,000. And there's all other watches around the world you could find. I'm just gonna say, I was also looking at. By the way, I was also looking at a company. One of our buddies, his name is Brando, and young Brando. Me and him were talking about a company. And me and him were on the same page in the company. I went to go buy the watch because I wanted to buy the watch, and it was $10,000, and they had sold it. And Vacheron is the company that I was going to buy. It was a nice brand new Vacheron. It was basically brand new. And I was going to buy it, and I spoke to one of the guys in the watch community, one of the guys that we know, and he gave me positive reinforcements to go buy it, and I went to go buy it, and it was completely gone. And if you guys want to know where I went to go buy it, well, I went up north in Florida. Up north in Florida, there's a lot of watch stores and boutiques and stuff. But the point of the matter is, it got sold. So all the signs lined up perfectly. No Omega, because the Omega that I wanted wasn't good price. I was going to get an all black Omega, if anything. Wasn't a good price. Wasn't going to do anything. The first Rolex that I told you about, GMT, at 13.5, he didn't want to move around a little bit, but I was going to figure out how to move around with him with the cash, have the cash in front of him. And then the store, when I went to Mayor's. So there's a lot of things that deterred me. And here we go, for all of you watching, let's drink one more drink, and let's pop this open. I want to show you this. I hope you guys like this. This is something I really like. You can go to the website. It's very unique. Nobody in the watch community really has this. They're not showing this. I think there's a lot of people that are they're scared to buy a product like this. In America, one thing that people get scared. When they buy a house, they're scared they're going to lose a lot of money and not going to be able to afford it. When they buy a car, they're scared that they're going to lose the value on their BMW or Mercedes, okay? That's why you don't buy European cars in America. Also, American cars, there's certain American cars you just don't buy, like Dodge. That's another company. If you buy, you're going to lose a lot. You're going to lose a lot. A lot of money you're going to lose. There's a lot of companies when it comes to cars also, and it goes the same with watches. You can lose a lot of money by buying a bad company. So here we go for all of you watching. I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this for the whole week. For all of you watching, do me a favor, let's get those likes up. And here we go. Very unique to me. I really like this. You guys never seen this before, I don't think, in person. And if you see this in person, it's gonna blow your mind. We're #1 training channel on YouTube. We're gonna keep it like that. And the reason why I want to keep it like that is because I try to show you the best products and the best things. This is something I really like. And now here we go. We're gonna start opening this. So for all of you, I'm gonna keep it quiet. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start opening it up. Why you shouldn't be buying Rolex? Well, why you shouldn't be buying Rolex? There's other watches out there that tell the same time. They tell the same time, and they're very unique. You just have to look around and find them. There's a lot of companies out there. Make sure to research the service fees. Make sure to research the watch movement. Make sure to research everything about a certain company that you find attractive, because at the end of the day, you don't want to have a broken watch in 10 years or 5 years. You want to have a watch forever. Rolex is going to be here forever, so I don't have to worry about that company. They can go sell their watches to somebody else. Let's open this up. Okay, for all of you, you see the box. You see the box. There's a lot of people that when they see this box, they don't know what it is. And if they do know what it is, well, now you know. For all of you watching around the world, thank you everybody for tuning in. Now you kind of have an idea of what it is. You can go to the website. Go to the website right now if you want to. And at the end of the day, I could have easily reached out to them to try to do a video like this and to get maybe, I don't know, a watch for free, but that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to really portray on my channel. I don't want to portray that I'm, getting anything for free. Again, this is the box that it comes with, and that's good. Just in case in the future, you never know. You never know when maybe something happens to the company. Maybe there's Donald Trump that starts wearing this. You never know. But the point of the matter is, this is Accutron, you see Accutron. And if some of you don't know what it is, the company, well, the company officially is a company that branched off from Bulova. Yes, a branch. Let me show you. So here we go. This is a company that branched off from Bulova. And if you go to the website, Go to the website right now if you want to. Accutron.com. I believe that is the website. You're going to see the ridiculous amount of watches that they have. Insane watches. The watches are so insane when you see them up close. It doesn't even describe the picture. The picture that you see on the websites are just something else. It's beautiful. But when you see it in person, it is a different ball game. There's no Rolex out there that can really make me say, wow, you know what? This Rolex is ridiculous. There's a lot of Rolexes. As a matter of fact, I've had a rainbow in my arm before, and I was playing poker a long time ago with a guy that he owned like a lot of gas stations. It was one of the best watches that I ever put on my wrist. I really love that rainbow. It was so beautiful. It was It was an old gold, I believe, old gold Daytona. I believe what was it? They don't know what was it. I forgot what it was, but it was all. It was all rainbow. We had all the beautiful gems around it. And I had it on my hand. He says you could wear it for the rest of the night if you want. So I go, no, I ain't wearing I ain't wearing this Rolex for the rest of the night. You have it back, because if I chip it with one of my chips, we're gonna have a problem. So here we go. Let me just open this real quick. And for some of you that are watching this, you guys are like, what the heck is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, this is an electrostatic movement, and it's crazy. Let me just show you. This is an electrostatic movement. Okay, the future is literally so bright. Now you see how the power reserve turns off the second hand, okay? You see the second hand. Now you see there's turbines in the bottom of this. You see the turbines are moving, okay? It's a beautiful watch. Beautiful watch. And again, I'm going to put this on my wrist and it will activate accordingly. Do you see the turbines in the bottom moving? Now here we go. I just want to show you the watch. Again, the clasp is amazing. I love this clasp. Very good. It's amazing. It's really nice. Very light. Here you go with the crown. The crown is beautiful. A beautiful crown. But again, I have to put this on my wrist to activate a little bit of this. So these are two turbines. There's three turbines, and it's you can see it. It's almost like a skeleton. Look at this beautiful thing. It is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. It attracts a lot of attention. People want to know what it is. But again, you can go on to the website, and the website doesn't really tell you how beautiful this is unless you find it in person. So here we go. I'm going to put this on my hand, and it's going to activate. The power reserve of this one is 10 days. So if I put this over here, 10 days. If I put this over here and I put it away, the watch will keep track for the next 10 days of the day that I put it away. Once there's no movement, it will start observing that power, and the power that it just absorbed for the last 10 days, it will be, or the whole year, whatever it is, 5 days, whatever, it'll stop the watch for the next 10 days. Okay, so right when it comes to 10 days, it'll turn off completely, and all you have to do to reactivate it, open this crown, put it on your wrist, and that's it. It starts up again when we put the time. But again, Rolex has, most of them have like a 2-day window or 3-day window. 3-day window, and then you have to spin it. You got to respin it. Realign all the things. So again, here we go. We're about to, I'm really excited about this, because the best part about this, it kind of reminds me of RM. An RM is very light. I don't know if any of you guys have had an RM in your hand. It is very light. And this is a beautiful case. The case is beautiful. To me, it's very thin. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put this on my hand. Here we go. Let's put this on my hand. And here we go. I'm going to take off the plastic in the back. I still have the plastic on here, okay? Let's take off the plastic in the back. By the way, I'm just going to show you how I'm going to take off the plastic. Here we go. Let's take off the plastic on the live stream. Beautiful. Took off that. Look at that. That's beautiful. And now we're going to put this rod in my hand. You're going to see how it's going to activate. Watch this. How cool this is. It's going to activate very soon. Watch this. Look at the second hand. You see the second hand? It just sweeps. It's a beautiful sweep. This is a beautiful watch. Okay, Rolex can't get me. Now it's good that what happened with Rolex happened. Look at how beautiful the hand sweeps. Did you guys see how beautiful that hand sweep? That hand sweeps beautifully. Not only does a hand sweep beautifully, but it fits perfectly on my hand. My hand is literally, I have a big hand, huge hand to have. I have a huge hand. This fits perfectly on me. It is so light. What I like about this watch is also the clasp. The clasp is good. It's beautiful. And again, I'm going to say, let me fix this over here. And that's beautiful, isn't it? Now, for all of you watching, let me close this up. Okay, there's a reason why I have this watch that I'm showing you. Okay, I'm showing you this because at the end of the day, I paid a good price for this one, brand new, brand spanking new. You already saw I took, by the way, I took off all the other ones. This is an awesome watch. And at the end of the day, this is something that I can say officially. When I bought this in 2024 when Donald Trump got elected. I know in fact that I bought this in the year 2024. And I know in fact that this company, it branched off from Bulova. If you can see that it still has that beautiful, look at that. Look at that, it just sweeps. Now the cool thing is, sapphire crystal. It has almost like a dome looking. Now I'm going to say this is not huge. This is not huge for my hand because I have big hands, so it goes perfect. But I can say officially, this is the blue version. You could go online onto the website. Okay, you go on to the website. It's a beautiful website. At the end of the day, I had the option to buy Omega, okay? I had the option to buy Omega. Why would I go back to Omega? Going back to Omega, you don't want to go back to your ex-wife. You don't want to go back to your ex-girlfriend. You don't want to go back to your ex-job that you left. You understand? You want to start something new. And at the end of the day, I just love the fact that this is just so clean, so different. I love this. Again, you have to be into horology. I don't have any numbers here because I don't need numbers at the end of the day. I've been wearing a watch ever since I've been a young guy. A young man. I think I was even 5 years old or 6 years old when I first had a watch on, and I've always had a watch. And again, I just want to show you here. I'm just going to show you real quick. So the video doesn't show you how awesome this is. This is something that I like. And that's where the final thing comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, why you shouldn't buy a Rolex. You shouldn't buy a Rolex. It's not worth the money. Why it's not worth the money? Because at the end of the day, your money is worth whatever you like. Your money's worth whatever you like. If you want to buy RM because you like it, so be it. Buy. That's you. If you want to buy, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's watches out there that you like. You buy whatever you want. You do what you want. At the end of the day, I think, in fact, you should definitely buy what you like. You only live one life. Make sure to know that these watches are not going to your next life. They're not going. If you think any watch is going to go with you on to the next life or to the grave, it's not going to happen. Buy what you like. If you have a personality, buy something that goes with your personality. If you're a very luxurious man and you want something different, okay, go for some of those brands out there. Like, there's good brands out there also. Zenith has great stuff that they have going on. Vacheron has great stuff going on. There's other companies out there that you don't really need to spend $30,000, $40,000. If you want an AP, you can buy a different watch. You could buy a car. You could, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that they have so much money that, you know what, they buy whatever they want, even if it has no papers, even if it has no box. There's people out there like that. At the end of the day, you don't want to be like one of those people, because at the end of the day, you want to build some character to yourself. Build some character to yourself, know when to put your foot down, and at the end of the day, know when to walk away from something. If there's something that you know, in fact, is wrong, like Rolex, maybe it's time for you to walk away and say, you know what, this is not what I want to associate myself with. Rolex, Rolex, Rolex. No, I'd rather have something else. Maybe I want to get one of these. Maybe I want to get something else. Maybe I want to get... At the end of the day, is Tesla going to make a watch in the future? You never know. Tesla might make a watch in the future. This stream has gone on for 69 minutes, and I'm going to say I have to thank all of you for amazing, just being part of the chat room. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the chat room. And it's an accurate watch. Yes, it's an accurate watch. It is 3, yes, you see that? It is 3:14, and we have officially about an hour and a half to start our different stream. We're going to be cooking up some chicken. Don't forget to tune into that stream when you see me cooking some chicken. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe on a daily basis. You're going to see different watches that I wear on a daily basis. I wear different watches. Do I wear this the most now? Is this the watch that I'll be wearing the most now? I think this might be the watch that I'm wearing the most. I have a couple of these watches, beautiful watches. Old watches are beautiful, and what do? They tell time. That's all they do. They tell time. That's all they do. If you're paying $100,000 for a watch that tell time, maybe there's something wrong with you. Maybe you're just too addicted to collecting watches. Or maybe you think that $1,000 or $100,000 investment is going to be $1 million in the future, and maybe you are doing the wrong thing. You should definitely try to invest in something else instead of that in 2024. A couple things you can invest in. Tesla. You can invest in Tesla. This is no advice. I'm going to say this right now. This is no financial advice. Basil. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's a lot of stocks out there that you can invest in. You can invest in a lot of stocks that currently are in the market, in the American market, the stock market. Shout out to the New York Stock Exchange. Shout out to the New York Stock Exchange and all the businessmen over there in New York that have their watches because they have to wear a watch, a certain watch to tell the time. Why do they wear a watch? Because they have to tell the time, because they know when the market opens, they know when it closes, they know how many seconds left when the market closes. Watch, what does it do? It tells time. Wear your watch accordingly. You guys are amazing. All of you are amazing. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And the next stream is going to be after this one. For all of you watching, I'm going to put this away. This is Accutron. This is Accutron. Yes, Accutron. DNA. The DNA line. You guys are awesome. And this is one of a kind. I'll see you all soon on the next one. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. And don't forget to subscribe for all the super channels today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you have a little bit of a different mindset when it comes to watches. What do watches do? Watches tell the time. That's what they do. And that's all they're going to do. For all of you watching, you guys are amazing. I'll see you all soon on the next one. Shout out to the USA, U.S. Marines, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and U.S. Space Force. The Space Force is bound the aliens over there in the moon. Talking about the Space Force. Is the Space Force wearing this? You never know. They might be wearing something similar to this. I'll see you all soon. Reaper's officially signed out. You guys are awesome. What a day. What a day. Yes.